if it'll go live. Oh, it did. I think it did. I think it went live. I can't tell if someone gets on there. I'm in a real dead zone for Wi-Fi, so I'm gonna try to go live real quick. We're taking like a break. So we're gonna try to go. I'm gonna try to go live. We're in Avonsbury. I don't even know how to say it. Avesbury. We're in Avesbury. We went to go to Woodhenge, and they had the entire road blocked off. Like you couldn't get down it. Like they had it barricaded off. Let's get real. We were by Stonehenge to go to Woodbridge, and we found their military base. And it had like over the top fence all around it, like a compound. It's called a compound, right? Military compound. And it had like over the top fence like I've never seen. But the funny thing is, it was just an empty field in there. Like there was nothing there, right? For being a military complex, there was nothing inside. But you know, I think that there's an underground base here. You guys know that. So we were gonna go to Woodhenge because we wanted to go live and go play with rocks again. And so it was closed off. We're here in, I can't say it, Avesbury, and they can't close these rocks off, I guess, because they're basically built around the town. So it looks like some of these people have like a Stonehenge in their yard. like these people like in their yard have these huge rocks in their yard. So they can't close this one off. We want to get out and adventure. We don't want to just sit at home sit at the room on our phones all night. So we wanted to get out and adventure. And even just driving through this areas with the energy, weird things were happening. We were noticing like my phone Wi-Fi kept on going out, and her radio was in weird areas. Like it was blacking our devices out, and weird things were happening. You could tell that there's a lot of weird energy going on in these areas. I wanted to say too that if you guys are, those rocks, these frequencies will affect different people differently. That if you're sick or service to self and you try to go to Stonehenge, it could really make you sicker. It could rapid age you and make you die really fast. Yeah. If you're at a very high frequency, you're going to handle the energy better, and it's going to have amazing benefits like for your ascension, healing you, activating you, and things like that. So a lot of that is determined by frequency. You guys know, I think it has a lot to do with the components of the rocks and the frequencies and things like that. We were taking a nap. We haven't slept, right? I slept for like 2 hours last night, and I slept like an hour nap today with her.
Not
and
even an hour.
When I was laying down, you could hear the wind like whipping around here. So crazy. We're having our admins tell us that they're feeling crazy energy in the United States too, with the wind and the crazy stuff happening. This is really good for us. The frequencies are going to keep going up on this planet, and as that's happening, anything that is of a low frequency is being purged out to the surface, destroyed, you know, recycled into something new. And a lot of people still think that we're gonna like go out and change these systems in the world. It's not gonna play out like that. All we have to do is really get control of our own frequency and continue to elevate it, and this thing will all play out on its own. Yeah, like we just have to stay really focused with what we're doing on vibratory levels. I wanted to send you guys crazy energy. You guys can probably feel it anyway. I was trying to flood Facebook with a lot of pictures and videos this time.
Awesome energy.
It's hard to go live here. It's hard to do videos here because there's like your phone won't work.
Nope. My sat nav will go in wappy.
Yeah, they were chemtrailing. I've never seen chemtrails in the UK. Like one other time, let's get real. And they literally sprayed in the middle of nowhere at Stonehenge. They sprayed chemtrails there, and it was beautiful out, and the sun's coming up, and you could see they sprayed the sky, blue skies. You could see they sprayed it, and then there was like this haze, like you couldn't even see the sun. I couldn't take a picture anymore. And then when we came back out to this area tonight, you could see the clouds were doing weird like geoengineering harp kind of clouds out here. It's really insane to us to think that they would come spray Stonehenge of all places. Right? Like no one lives out here. Yeah, it's like the middle of nowhere. Hi Dale, we had an amazing time hanging out with you. Yeah, we were just raving about how awesome it was. We can't wait to do it again in March with Francisco and hopefully Allie and some of the other people. And we're like, we had the best time, right? We're feeling
absolutely.
Yeah, we're feeling amazing. When I did Reiki on Sherry and Dale inside of the middle of the rocks, it felt crazy to me. It felt so crazy when I was doing Reiki on them real quick, and it felt really awesome. It was an amazing experience, amazing vibes. We were just hanging out and having amazing chats, and I loved it. We're going to some more rocks. We're taking a smoke break real quick. And we're going to the rocks. We're going to some more rocks. First off, yeah. I need a lighter though. We're going to see more rocks. Dale, since you're our tour guide, I said he got sent to us as a shamanic tour guide to assist us with our rock mission.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we want to know where we're supposed to go now that we're in this area, in this town.
Avebury.
Avesbury.
Avebury.
We're in Avesbury in a parking lot. We didn't know if we could get to Woodhenge still. I want to go to this other one. What's it called, the one I want to go to?
That one with funny name?
Yeah, I forget what it's called. It's like an hour and a half from here. There's another rock structure that I'm going to now, bad. I'm going to look it up. I forget what it's called now. I put it on the Reiki wall. Where do we go now that we're in Avesbury? I'd like to know. I forget what that one was called. Here, I need a drink or I'll cough. So we're hydrating. We're hydrating. What do you do in space storms? Hydrate. This is an intense energy, and it's kind of like I say, it depends on what frequencies you're at to how you'll handle the energy. Yeah. My husband hasn't been feeling good every space storm for a while. I'll be like, I'm always starving during the space storms and I'm feeling great. And he hasn't been feeling good. That it's purging a lot out to the surface with certain people. So make sure you guys are drinking more water too. Hi, we want to know where to go here. We had the most amazing day today. I'm gonna go back tomorrow. I'm real excited about this. We're like planning March already, right? We're planning March already. We want to go see I want to go visit Sherry in Northern England and check out some of the Northern England sites. And then then we can hang out with Dale again too, because he lives up there. So we want to go check out, when it gets a little bit warmer, some sacred sites up in Northern England too. We're at the Red Lion Pub parking lot now. There's a gate to the field. Is this
where?
We want to.
Pitch black.
Yeah, it's dark out here. Wait, we're gonna go break into the rocks.
No
yeah, I told you we were gonna have to go over the fence.
What?
Here, wait. Do the layer. Oh wait, I'm trying to. Oh, it's light. Okay. So wait, I told her we're gonna have to hop a fence. I have serious expedition shoes on, as you know, right?
Yeah, I put my hiking boots on.
We got hiking boots on. We're gonna go break into these rock structures. It looks like this person has like a Stonehenge-sized rock in their yard right here, like in their yard. Like I'm not
just
even
like
joking.
a garden ornament, megalithic stone.
Wait, we're so energized. Yeah, we haven't even slept too. Like usually I told her that we should be real tired because we didn't sleep, but we're so recharged in a crazy way. I told her that once we go home and sleep, that you'll be feeling like a crazy recharge off of it. That's why I put those videos out so you guys can watch them for a recharge and connect with that energy, or connect with me, connect with the rock energy.
Do it.
Yeah, so I had to do a lot of like pictures and videos because you guys know you can connect with that energy. I'm gonna hop the fence. Sherry's too short. And we can't go live there because we can't see the rocks. It's pitch black. I don't think you guys know how dark it is out tonight.
Absolutely jet black.
Pitch black, right? So we're gonna take a break and we might get arrested. Just so if someone could let my husband know, we might be getting arrested here too for breaking and entering. We don't know.
Trespassing.
Trespassing. So.
Well, I got told to get off a rock today. So that's.
Oh my God! The cops were harassing Sherry.
Yeah.
And I'm smoking weed in the same spot. She's standing right by me.
Well, sitting behind.
Yeah, me and Dale are smoking, and the rock police came over to Sherry and told her to get off the rock. And I thought they were coming over for the weed. In all honesty,
you're not allowed to sit on the rocks.
Yeah, I thought they were coming for the weed. I swear to God, they were walking like right towards us. They came and harassed Sherry about the rocks, and clearly I was smoking weed right there. And so I was doing that video, and the same cop came and I yelled at me. I got back. I like scaled the rocks. Like I want to climb the rocks. I'm into rock climbing. I want to climb up to the top of the rocks.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
So I'm on the little rock. I like jumped up on it and scaled the little rock. And the guy was like a Nazi. He came over and was like harassing me. He didn't care. I was trying to make a documentary. I'm just trying to make a documentary. So the rock police were over the top. When they were closing the rocks, there was like 50 rock cops that descended on the place like the SWAT team to shut it down. So we drove by like an hour later, and they just kick us out so that they can charge people to see the rocks. So they kick us all out.
That is the only reason they
and
kicked us out.
Yeah, they kick us all out, and there's a
So
whole
we can,
nother
like,
group of people
paying
there.
people in. Yeah.
Like, swear. Yeah, I got the boots to rock climb. We're going for it. No, it's real high vibe here. Just driving around and getting fresh air. Like, we had to get out, right? Just driving through here and getting fresh air. It feels so good, so recharging and energizing in crazy ways. And we're getting hit. I put a picture up in the Reiki group of the Mimic map from last night, and you can see the energy hitting the planet, and the UK is lit up with those kind of frequencies and that kind of energy that's getting streamed out worldwide. A lot of the energy you guys are feeling in the United States is coming from this area. I had the best time hanging out with Dale and Cherry there. We were just chilling and having enlightened talks. You guys know I'm very interested in the Druid history, the rocks, all things spiritual. It was just really amazing to chat.
Absolutely awesome.
Yeah, we had the best
Loved
time.
meeting Dale.
Yeah, we loved it. We already know you anyway.
Yeah.
We've already been knowing
Yeah.
you for a while. If you're in this group, I know you anyway. We know you. This is a soul calling being put out that we can come back together as a soul group.
Absolutely.
And I think that we each kind of have a piece to the puzzle, too. Like, we each kind of have a piece to the puzzle
Yes.
that we need, yeah.
Absolutely.
So it was awesome. Francisco, good. We've been talking about you for 24 hours straight.
Yeah.
I said next time when I go to
We're
the rocks,
obsessed.
we're going to put you on film duty, and you can make the videos. You can make the live videos, and I'm going to eat mushrooms there. And I'm going to hopefully get lost in the crowd for good.
Yeah.
You'll get lost there. If you were going to go eat mushrooms there, you would get lost with all the people there and all the craziness going on. And it would be so crazy because I already did mushrooms at home and was using the footage that I took there from last time to use it to kind of access the rocks and to see more about it. So I already did trip on the rocks, but I didn't do it there. And so I was like, after this time, I could for sure do it there. So we're gonna make Francisco do videos, and he can do the lives, and I'm gonna trip out at the rocks.
Yep.
Oh shit, hold on. My video sucks, right? Hi, I'm just sending you love. The energy feels crazy here. I put an article on the Reiki wall. I didn't read it yet, but it was talking about how these rocks are alive in these areas and the electromagnetic frequencies, and how if you just come to these areas that it will do something permanently to your energy to alter it in a good way. Like when I went home last time, I was like in extreme states of bliss, like recharged, like on all new levels. Like I don't even know.
Absolutely. I feel it already.
I feel better too already with the
Absolutely.
weed. We feel better already with the weed.
We're already planning that.
We just went for a road trip. I am so mad that this fucking queen, yeah, the queen wants to deny access to these areas. And they can say that it's because they don't want people to vandalize them, but it's always a war on frequency around here. And these rocks are consciousness tools. We know crystals, rocks of all kinds, mushrooms, things like that. I look at them as like consciousness tools that we could
Yep.
use to access consciousness. So it's always a war on frequency where we might have to, I said, petition to have the rocks open more like the Druids did, getting access to them. We might need to come together as a light worker group with some legal expertise and make a petition of some sorts. I know if you get enough signatures that the government has to look at it to get access to these sites, because we're not able to. Ideas I'm throwing out. Hi, Edward. Hi, Rosemary. Hi, Nicola. We're just taking our smoke break, but I wanted to get on feed. I don't have a lot to talk about, but I wanted to put out some good energy because I've been like, I was like straight vibrating, like you could feel it, like over the top, my energy. Like even with no light in our room, we were getting lit up aura pictures off of no light in our room, and our energy was feeling and looking real crazy. So I wanted to share it out with you. So much energy. Good. We all need a boost around here with Ascension, right?
Yeah.
We all need an energy boost. Like, it's so amazing to be able to do this and go to places like this now and go on feed and channel that energy out, because it's much different than the United States energy I was working with. Even in California, it's just a totally different frequency. There's so much extraterrestrial shit out here too. Swear to God, like, we're seeing so much that you can't get on camera. When we were driving through to get from the Stonehenge area to here, we were seeing like energies in the road, right? I could only
Absolutely.
describe them as, maybe those are the wood spirits they talk about.
I had to brake
that
because
she
I
had to
couldn't
like
see-
break. Yeah, she had to
'cause I
break.
couldn't see through it.
She couldn't see through it driving. That we were both seeing the same thing, like these weird energy kind of like was going in front of the road. We're seeing crazy stuff out here. So we're going through this weird town, right? We're in the middle of nowhere. Like this is like UK farmland, and I see a phone booth, and it's like one of those Austin Powers 1960 phone booths that they don't make
The red
anymore.
ones?
Yeah, the red ones.
The
You know, the
collector's
UK
items?
collector items. We see one of these in the middle of nowhere. There's not even any houses out here. So then I see another one.
In the same village.
They may be for time travel. I'm just gonna throw it out there that they don't even make phone booths in any country anymore. They're not they're not something you would see.
And then we see two in one village.
We
in
see
middle of
two
nowhere.
middle of nowhere, nothing but
Weird.
yeah, it's weird shit out of place. Like that bus. That's good. Things out of place, right? Oh my god, yeah, I did try to do the crop circles are in
Yay.
Avonsbury. Crop circles.
Yeah, well, we're not
They
gonna
don't
find
do
any in
yeah,
dark, are
we won't find any this time of year usually. I think that they do a lot of them starting with between spring and summer solstice a lot of the time. I know they did one by this area. It was probably summer the last time that I saw one that was near an area we could go to, but it doesn't matter. If you're gonna have extraterrestrials leaving these patterns, and I look at them when I view the pictures almost like an activation for the earth, that it's gonna permanently alter the energy on the planet. like it doesn't matter that they probably did one a year ago here or last summer, that it's still gonna affect the frequency crazy. I see Francisco can't comment or something in the admin chat.
What? What has it been? Has it got
I
about?
don't know. I couldn't see it.
Facebook fascist.
Tell Ross something. Hi, Rick. I'm missing you guys already, right? I'm going back Sunday. I'm looking forward to it. We got good energy. I'm gonna finish the joint, right? We're gonna finish the
Put
joint.
Sherry on feed.
Yeah.
Nicola, behave. Nicola, behave.
She hates it. I'm trying.
Do you want the light on? Because everything,
Sure, why not?
everything went off.
I mean, why not? We already look real
No.
out of place here. With the American
Just a bit.
accent when I go in the store, right? I was thinking that when I'm going to buy my crisps, aka chips.
Yeah, but even I don't talk like they do around here.
Yeah, see, I was thinking about how out of place we were in this store, and I was thinking it's mind-blowing I'm even on this British island anyway. Like, it's just kind of mind-blowing. I was just buying some crisps, aka chips at the store, and I was just thinking to myself like an hour ago, like, it's just kind of mind-blowing I'm even here, like, buying shit in a UK store anyway, right? Yes,
Is that a dressing gown or is that some kind of...
it's definitely a ceremonial gown.
That look like
yeah,
a-
we just saw a druid in the white outfit.
Is
Ceremonial.
he a druid though? That didn't look like a druid.
I don't know. It might be. It looks like something.
Maybe someone else and all.
We don't know.
Amazing.
It might be a Freemason organization. Oh God, is he coming over here?
Yeah.
He's coming over here. Can I interview you for my feed? Too high vibe. They may have some kind of Freemason sacrifice going on here too at the same time. I said they needed to clear the rocks out so they could rent them out to the elite. I'm sorry, we're done with the rocks. We need to rent them out now. So, I mean, it's just, I'm kind of at home when you see people walking around in like the capes and the hoods and like I'm kind of walking around. I'm real at home here, right? I'm Facebook emoji banned. I'm Facebook emoji banned, and you guys know I'm always lighting up
Francisco's
Facebook.
now banned from commenting.
You can't comment. I can't emoji. I heard the trolls. I'm gonna put it on feed and tell them. Francisco, I hope you're watching. The trolls have you on the wall again. I'm very upset. As long as they keep it out of our groups, we don't care. But I said I'll come back Monday and break up their group for
Oh,
them.
I will break loose.
Yeah.
Try coming in his space.
Yeah,
I'm telling ya.
seriously. So just as long as it's not in our areas, who cares? But I'm very upset that I just heard that.
But we're watching you back.
We got your back. We're coming back to play Anon on Monday morning.
Yeah.
I will see you Monday in the office to play Anonymous.
With the crazy fucking energy.
We're coming back with new energy. It'll put our Facebook games on a new level when I get
Yeah.
back Monday to play Anonymous Hacker here. Yeah, we're running into all real crazy people here. It's crazy. I told her it's okay, that they're used to people coming here to worship the rocks for a long time, and they're used to all this weird shit here. They've probably seen it all in these areas with Stonehenge and the rocks and shit. They've probably seen it all. Like, seriously. Yeah, so I'm mad that we're not able to get access to these rocks. I'm gonna furtherly look into the UK.
How dare
I'm looking into the UK legal system.
Dictate to us that we can't
Well, it's
go
against,
get
let me
some
just break it down, what law I know, that it is illegal for the government to regulate spiritual practices such as Reiki, religious things like this, the rocks. It's actually illegal. It's against our constitutional rights. I know that's a joke around here, right? That we have constitutional rights, but it's actually against the Constitution for them to be regulating spiritual practices. If I'm fighting the UK government, we may as well just throw the rock nightmare right in my mess.
Yeah, why?
We may as well just throw a rock petition in or whatever we need to do to get the ball rolling. I'm all for it. If anyone is in a position to do this, I'm right here.
Yeah.
No fear. What are they gonna do? Deport me? Back to weed, California? What are they gonna do? Send me back to weed heaven in
Oh,
California?
I'm gonna say, sunshine, free weed, legal weed. Damn.
There's worse things that I could face,
If
I'm
I
sure.
try deporting you, I'll go in your place.
Yeah, seriously. We're gonna send Sherry in my place, for sure. Swear.
I'm fucking going on. Watch me.
I'm getting an EU passport, so I got this. EU passport, like every other legal immigrant on this
I
island.
didn't even know EU did passports.
Yeah, they do passports. They won't let me be a British citizen. It's okay. I can be an EU citizen. Well, they're going through their Brexit nightmare that'll take 20 years to sort out. I'm about to be an EU citizen like every other illegal immigrant in this island.
Oh, God. EU ain't even a fucking country.
We're putting them on notice right now. We're putting them on notice. First off, if we knew how far away the rocks were, we might have just walked through their barriers.
Which
But-
rocks?
But
These
since it's pitch black and we have no idea where we are. Remember the barriers, the road barriers? No, we're going over the fence, but the barriers, we would have just walked through
Oh,
them.
you mean at Woodhenge? Oh, yeah, them cones. Yeah, but... Well, we could park up and walk up here.
I know. Goals. Now, I want to go to the other site. I can't remember what it's called now. I put it on the Reiki wall. It's like, it looks crazy. It looks like kind of like Stonehenge, but it's got the little round circle thing. It's kind of like Woodhenge, but it's like the bigger one. It's like an hour and 20 minutes away from here. I Googled it. We were going to go. We were trying to figure out where we could go visit. And it looks crazy. Too late, I already contracted with the UK government. I was very serious doing so, in case you guys don't recall. Too late, I already soul contracted with them fast. If I am married in the UK and I can't become a citizen, they tell you have to wait 3 years on the papers. They give you, they just take your money, rip you off, don't give you your paperwork. The usual. You pay for the form. They tell you.
The UK government got so rich.
Oh yeah, how do you think they're so rich? From my forms. From my forms I've been filling out the past 2 months, right? Yeah, so I fill out the form, they rip me off, take my cash, tell me no. I did try their legal avenues unsuccessfully. They told me with my driver's license, I'm sorry, I think your visa's expired. So, I don't know. I guess it's a battle between free will. I'm saying that I'm in this country and I'm married and I'm staying here. And they're going to say, you can't. I mean, what's it really going to come down to? A battle of free will? I'm already here. Possession is 9/10 of the law, I think.
They allowed you to get married in this
They allowed
country,
me to
so I
get
can't
married in
see
this
them.
country without a visa, so whatever. It's on
Yeah,
them.
get rid of you.
Not my problem. Yeah, we're sending crazy high vibes. We're trying to get high real quick, too, before we go break and enter. Before we go commit a crime, before we commit some crimes in the UK. They had rock police, like you wouldn't believe it.
Oh,
This place.
bloody little Nazis.
Rock security. They gave me a button. I don't have the coat. I'm gonna put it on the
Been
wall.
sat there minding me own
It says,
beeswax.
"Don't disrespect the rocks" or something.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, where's that badge?
Where's the badge?
In me other coat.
Okay, well we'll put it on the wall tomorrow.
What is it?
The
Respect
cop
rock.
gave me a button. This is what they're spending their hella cash on, the government. So they're making hella cash off the rocks and they're buying these little buttons that say,
Let me see if I can find it.
yeah, please respect the rocks. The rent-a-cop gave it to me. and they're spending their hella cash on cops and buttons. She's going to find the button. Yeah, so the cop gave me a button. Get off the rocks now. Here's a free button.
Yeah, it is.
Get off of the rocks. She's finding it.
Get off the rocks, but you can have a badge. So I can
Yeah, we got a cop badge. We're we're like we're like cops in training they give little kids, right? Respect. Wait, I can't see. Respect the stones. Get off the rocks, bitch. Here's your button. Try to be a cop. You can be a cop if you work harder. Dale says that they wouldn't hire him for a job and that they only hire dark evil Illuminati members for the rocks. That he tried to get a job there and they wouldn't give him one.
That's what I said to Cop Rock. Rock a cop.
Oh, we're happy.
Just
I
a
can't wait to
paycheck.
get home already too, right? I always miss my house more when I come here, so I'm excited about it. We are happy. We came live just for you, Allie, since you missed my live.
Oh, is it Sparky?
Yeah, look, we came live.
Hiya.
We girls here checking in. We got enough weed this time, at least.
Yeah. Definitely not going to run out of weed.
If you're gonna vacation, bring we girls with you. Oh, I love it. I feel like my past lives are colliding with the now. Like, I don't have, just like everyone else, the best recollection of things, but I can tell that me going to these places has a lot to do with my past lives and the healing that I'm doing and the learning that I'm doing about myself too, that it just really ties in to what I'm doing, like on crazy levels, like in ways I'm probably not sure of.
Might not
I got
make sense
Phoenix.
now, but
Phoenix,
yeah.
I've been stalking your cousin. Where is she? I'm stalking Sierra. She did not answer her messages. I messaged everyone. You know I do my work when everyone's sleeping on purpose. So I started messaging people well aware that they were sleeping, and she did not come find me yet. I'm trying to stalk her and find her if you talk to her while I'm here. And DM. And we're going to find DM today too. Allison, I have the Reiki certificates. I'm going to give them to you tomorrow when I get home to do for the Stonehenge attunements I did. I didn't do a lot of attunements though, so it's not bad. We were doing some major heart chakra healing. We're trying to clear. We have a lot of relationship issues, whether people realize it or not. Why don't you guys try to come together in divine union and see how you do? Because I'm having a hard time with it, as you guys know, right? So we have a lot of things that are blocking us from oneness that have happened with our past dating experience. We keep having these real deep conversations here about relationships and the stuff that we have been through that kind of imprints us. And then when we try to get into a relationship or love, we kind of get blocked from our past dating experiences, love experiences, past life stuff. A lot of heart chakra stuff is coming up right now. You guys, I know that whatever was happening with the rocks, what they were doing here, those ceremonies, you guys are feeling them worldwide. That when they're sitting there and they're doing that drumming and they have so many people there and such a crazy energy with that space storm that it's activating the earth in some way. And I know because I saw from last time when I went to the rocks that when these things were happening there, that worldwide more energy was being distributed through that ley line grid, and that people were vibing a lot higher. People were clearing like a lot of heart chakra stuff and whatever. So I'm noticing that whatever's going on at the rocks during these, gateways is affecting consciousness on extreme levels. Every person on the planet's going to feel it in some way. That you can't, like I always say, have someone hurting somewhere and not feel it collectively. You can't have, someone real high vibe and put in the frequencies through the roof and not have every person getting lifted up from that. So it's really powerful, whatever's happening here. Yeah, I'm feeling activated like hell. My third eye was so lit up. I put my head against the rocks. I put my third eye against the rocks. We were asking like I would any other crystal for the rocks to activate us. You could see that underneath the moss growing on the rocks, they're almost like a crystal. They sparkle in the sunlight. And they're made out of some kind of crystal compound, like whatever kind of granite or rock they use to make it. They mix crystals in with it. So it's a crystal. Those rocks are like giant crystals. I believe, and so does Dale, they may have been receivers to communicate with space. Powerful energy generators.
An observatory.
Yeah, an observatory, some type of communication center. that was very, you know, built around the planetary structures and, you know, used to tune in interdimensionally. We had people that were trying to find us at the rocks. They could not find us. Trust me, I was real easy to find running around with the green hair and the cape, red cape, right? Dale found me in like 2 minutes. I'm convinced that they were viewing the rocks from a different dimensional level than us, that maybe they were having a different dimensional experience than us. I know that we were having a real fifth dimensional experience at those rocks, and people that are not able to perceive the dimensions they're on, they weren't able to find us there, even though we were standing in a real obvious place. I'm on the outside of the rocks, like right here. They couldn't find us. You couldn't miss us. There was 2 people that couldn't find us there, and they had their own rock experience, but they weren't able to, you know, sync up with us. So
Cop Rocks noticed us, so anybody could have noticed us.
yeah, seriously. So I'm just gonna say it. So I felt like there was many dimensional experiences going on in the same place. I could see so many interdimensional energies around me. I was picking up crazy orbs and like energies, and you could tell that there was a lot of interdimensional entities that were also joining that party. And I had to remind Sherry that the fairies and other interdimensional entities, they need our energy. They need human energy to do this. They really do. So when it generates all that crazy energy, you could tell there was just so much of the interdimensional around. It's like organite. No idea. But I just know they're like big crystals. And we were like hugging them. We were just laid against the rocks.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm like, hold on. I'm just going to sit here for a minute. I had like both my hands on my face against the rocks. And we were just laid against the rocks for like 10 minutes. And it just felt, you didn't want to move. You didn't want to leave there. You just want to stay. It's like, yeah, it's like a crazy, like, I don't even know. Like, you just don't want to leave.
It's hard to put it into words, innit? You wouldn't think a rock could be so warm and
spiritual too, right? It's like probably the most spiritual energy I've ever been around. I know that, you know, I did go to Shasta, but it's a much different kind of energy and frequency. It's not like this place that's like got all those crazy frequencies going on and extraterrestrial stuff. Hi, Emma. I'm sending out activations. I need to tell you guys, but I also was working with chi balls, which I told Sherry that I kind of had a fear of them upon my awakening, because I always tell you guys this story that I accidentally just got mad and discharged a chi ball, and it really almost hurt someone. So it was something that, like I said, I'm opening up to dragons and the chi balls around here, because I did have some fear with working with some of these energies. And so I practiced leaving chi balls for us so that our groups can, when you guys meditate, you guys can go meditate. And if you want to call in a chi ball, that you can either tune in, ask your guides to just download it for you. You know, just ask your higher self or whoever you pray to download and recall that. Like, go take a salt bath, meditate, and ask to recall one of those chi balls. I did that with the purpose to recharge us. That last time I went, I was using my videos for a recharge, and you guys can just do it on your own. Go meditate and download these chi balls so that if you need a recharge, you can connect with these rocks. So I'm trying different things here. Working amazing, loving it. Trying new things for our groups, right? You ever just feel tired, you can't move, ascension flu, you're not feeling good, perfect. Go meditate and download one of those chi balls. It will heal you instantly, it'll recharge you, it'll activate you, it'll do really powerful things. So anyone can access that energy. I did a real good job there taking my mission up, and I'm excited about that too, because I'm going to go home when I get home and take a bath and recall some of that energy. We need to go on a rock hunt too. Sherry said there was, I just took the joint, right? Sherry says there's no, I got the lighter too. Hold on. There were no raw stones at Stonehenge, which was weird because last time I went, there were like 1 million. I didn't know if maybe everyone picked them up because there were, you know, thousands of people there. Maybe everyone picked them up already. And Sherry says she didn't see any.
No.
We're going to pick up, because we're going to pick up some stones here. Because, you know, this is a really spiritual kind of energy and it doesn't really matter. So we're going to try to find some stones when we go break and enter into this government facility. Yes, the rocks are now on a government property. Right? We're going to go break and enter into this government facility to see some more rocks. Do I have a phrase? No, just ask your guides or your higher self to recall these chi balls. It's real easy, I swear. Your guides will make sure you find them, right? They'll make sure you find them. No, Holly should be teaching me with chi balls. It's not something I do often. Usually I just connect with people when I'm doing my attunements and send them to them. But I was the people that were sleeping and couldn't receive the activation when I was doing them. I did leave them in a chi ball for them. Yes. So when you get off of here, go meditate. Download one of these. They're amazing for our third eye and our heart chakra and everything that we're trying to do right now. It'll really recharge you. So when you get off of here, go meditate. Maybe not even today. I'm not going to do it till, next week. It's cool. They're going to be there. Expert level energy work in progress. I loved it. So you guys should all be feeling this energy too. That's why I'm doing a lot of videos. So you're just connecting with my energy whether you realize it or not. And it's going to kind of do something vibrationally to your body right now with this space storm. Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yep. So, I love it. Oh my god, good. Edward got it. I loved working with everyone on my list. Hopefully I did a good job. I was like trying to find you guys. I had a list. I was like crossing everyone off. I suck at office paperwork. Sherry saw, right? I'm like with my list. I got everyone. But make sure that even if you got an activation, go ahead and download another one. Go ahead and download one. It's for everyone around us. You know that. You guys know that I can handle channeling energy to like 5,000 people on a given day. On any given day on my feed, that I'm prepared to easily have feeds over 5,000 people and that I'm able to channel out energy to each person. So it doesn't matter that we have a lot of people in our groups. Make sure you guys definitely, there's enough energy here for the world, clearly, right? Now we just had to get the elite to stop hijacking it. You got the lighter.
Is that all? Is that all? Right.
No, we just had to get...
We'll do that tomorrow morning.
We're going to get a rock petition. I'm going to get my husband to help me since he's Mr. Legal Expert. He needs to start putting his knowledge to good use. It's a lovely day to break and enter. It's a lovely day to break and enter. We might want to smoke all the weed before we go. Kiss the rock police.
No, we'll leave it in can. I just won't.
They put us on the terror. The second we walked into the rocks, they knew. They were all over us. Not anyone else. They had people climbing all over the rocks, kids on them, people all over the rocks. They were on our ass. And then when I was filming the cops, I was trying to walk away and get them behind their back. The cop was turned around and stared at me the whole time. She knew I was recording them. Like they knew. Hi, Gabriel. Fuck the global meditation. We're downloading chi balls from Stonehenge today. But we do need to next week because I'm going to take, good, Sierra found me. Telepathy. Look, she just messaged me. So, listen. So we're going to try to do this global meditation this week too because it'll be a calm after this weekend. The energy will level out and calm and you guys will go into your rest period. We need to integrate after these activations and it doesn't matter if you're asleep, awake, where you're at, you're getting activated and a lot is coming to the surface. So we need to integrate. So today will be, next week will be a good time to do the global meditation too with Gabriel. I'm always stalking him. We're on different time zones. Okay, good. I am here. I'm always here. People don't realize that. Facebook can ban me. Emoji ban me. I'm still always here behind the scenes. Yeah, they can take me off grid, but I'm still here. Look, Sierra's having crazy dreams. She can feel us at the rocks. Especially if you've been attuned or had energy work by me, like if you guys need me, you can tell that when one of you guys goes off grid, I can feel it and tell, and I'm usually there seeing what's wrong. So you guys are becoming more connected to each other in these groups that we're becoming very intertwined as we're doing this awakening. Definitely. Definitely. People are coming to me and saying they're having dream experiences. I love it. Good. We're doing global meditation next week. People are asking for it bad. Someone was asking in the Galactic group if we could do a watch party of someone else's meditation. We can do much better. You're still banned. Would you like Mike's account? He's so mad he got it back. He's like a troll target for defending Francisco and the trolls and everyone else on our admin wall. He's like on the troll list. I deleted all the troll threats to his account so he doesn't notice, and I made it so only friends can comment on his page, so hopefully he doesn't get any of those troll porn posts all over his wall again like last week. You need another account. We're needing 2 accounts, 4 accounts around here nowadays, right? We're needing 2 to 4 backup accounts to deal with some of these situations. You guys are connecting in the dream realms. I love it. Things have to happen in the dream realm before they play out in reality. And so just the fact that you guys are remembering your dreams and having more lucid experiences, it tells us we're coming to more lucidity here, like on every level. I know. So I'm gonna chill like 2 more minutes, 5 more minutes. I'm feeling shaky and crazy. Level ungrounded. It's okay. I love that. Level ungrounded, but because the UK energy is very ungrounded anyway. Only Celtic priests over here, please. People scoping us out. Yeah, sorry.
Is there some more?
I love it. So we're gonna do some global meditation too. It's always amazing to me. I said that when there's only a couple thousand people there, and that energy, that when you put your energy together for something positive, anything, it's powerful. How many protesters do they have? A few million now? A few million generating negative energy. I noticed that they changed the outfits. The Queen's worker bees wear the yellow vests. They're wearing orange vests at the rocks.
Yeah, they were wearing yellow vests last time you went. Now orange.
So they got millions of people protesting in the streets and generating a real negative energy. All we need is, we don't need as many people to come together for the positive. I told Sherry that one of my lessons before I left Pennsylvania was going to the Penguin playoff game, which was a very big hockey game, and there were 30,000 people in the stadium. And this was important for me learning about energy too, right? So I'm in this place, Empath Nightmare, and everyone's so excited, starting it out and cheering and all happy, and by the end, fucking, you know, little way in, everyone's pissed off, and it generates such a negative energy. But when everyone was high vibe and cheering, and there was such an amazing energy the first 2 minutes before the game started, right?
Yeah.
And literally, I'm looking around this stadium, and there's 30,000 people. It's a packed stadium. It's a really big place. And I'm thinking, we have more people than that in our galactic group. That is powerful, the amount of people that we have in our movements. If we could, if we could come together for the positive, it's a powerful energy that we can generate. Like you guys see with my feeds, it's a powerful energy that we're generating just off right now, 30 people. And this feed is real high vibe and vibing and feeling really good and amazing. So we don't need as many people to come together for the positive. I'm going to trip at the rocks. I see tripping. Comment about tripping. I'm going to go trip at the rocks. I said maybe they'll find me in the sheep field. Like, I see all these people, like, walking, like, in the fields, like, where all the sheep are. I said, they're definitely tripping to end up out there. Walking around with the sheep and shit, right? I'm gonna end up in the sheep field tripping. Hi, Brittany. Brittany's grounding me. I love it. So I'm wearing this rock, too. We have a weird full moon tonight. We had a full moon last night. It was considered full 3 nights in a row. So we're going to have a full moon tomorrow night too. It's just the way it's playing out. So we're out the rocks and I wear my jewelry. She's wearing jewelry too. And I explained to her that we just charged our crystals in crazy moon energy with that Stonehenge energy. When I went home with this necklace, and I had done this last time and it wasn't even nearly as high vibe. When I went home, it was crazy because my necklace was shutting down my feeds. I noticed because when I took it off, they were working smooth, and just wearing my crystal was shutting down my feeds on powerful levels, like freezing them and shutting them down. So we did a good recharge of our crystals too. Hella high. I love it. All right, I'm trying to read the comments. You guys know I usually use 2 devices. More clearing of the things not working in your life too. I don't know. We're definitely helping with these storms. I've been getting trained in space storms my whole everything. That when I used to do the end time news feeds, I was learning the earthquake patterns and the natural disaster patterns. I already had a good understanding of the storms and energy, and it was all pretty much training for whatever it is I'm doing now. And I've always been someone who can channel that storm energy. That if you guys know me, Monday and Tuesday I'm going to be in bed. I'm going to be in bed at home taking baths and smoking Halloween and resting, and that I like to flow and move with the energy, and I like to rest when the energy rests. So I don't know, I'm real tuned into the space energies and the space storms. I have an interest to these rocks because that's when these people are going to perform these ritualistic type of ceremonies and getting together and using that energy. So I was telling Sherry, it really fits in with what we're doing with Ascension, because we're learning how to tune into the storm so that we can navigate them better. And these people already have such an understanding of that with their cultural traditions that they have. The stones are definitely alive. I put up an article, like I said, on the Reiki wall. I didn't read it yet, but it looks awesome about how the stones are alive. I was telling Dale that this morning. It's a sink. I was saying that people don't understand that the pyramids are alive. They have consciousness of a second density, that they are an experience of source, and they very much are alive. And they do crazy things to your electromagnetic frequency. Yes, more letting go of the things not bringing you joy anymore. The things not lighting you up. If you know what I was saying to her, like I can just tell her the deepest shit about my life, and you guys too. And then there's people that I feel like I have to try really hard just to have a conversation with. It's like forced, like that you're almost having to force a conversation, that you aren't able to open up to certain people. You're just not vibing with them. And a lot of these times we're holding on to old friends, old family members, and things like that. You guys know my stance on families is that they are karma that you need to liberate yourself from this life. That your family is your first karmic situation, as were a lot of your learning experiences up until your awakening. Just look at every experience you ever had up until your awakening as very karmic. So we're holding on to past relationships that are no longer in vibrational alignment with us. And you know what? It's not such a bad thing, but it's keeping you trapped, because then you don't have the space for new shit to vibrate into your life. So you're just keeping your life where it is in place. It's pretty much like a prison program, these relationships that are very karmic around us. They're keeping us stuck on our path. The more that you can let go, the more new stuff will vibrate into it. Whenever you let go of something old, something better will always vibrate into that space. Something better, something you like better, a new manifestation, what you're trying to create. And we don't have enough space. Too many people are afraid to hit the reset button on their life like I did. People are in a relationship they don't like, they won't let go, and they're trying to manifest someone new while in a relationship. Or they don't like their job. And instead of letting go and quitting, they're trying to find another one while still having a job. And we can't do anything like that. There's no space to create something new. So if you hate your job, go ahead and quit, but manifest something new. If you're not happy with your relationship, let go, heal. I always tell everyone they need to do a 6-month relationship detox anyway. And if you're not, if you're getting out of a relationship and moving right into another one, you won't have healed enough or rebalanced your energy, and you'll just draw the same kind of situation to you. That was something you guys all saw me do. Break up, energy, detox, manifest new love.
Yep.
Something more in alignment with uplifting consciousness at that point, right? I told Sherry, a lot of people are trying to manifest love. We need to put out vibes for one that will heal humanity, uplift consciousness. Too many people are putting out the vibe for the twin flame and getting the karmic lesson, teaching you to let go of that kind of notion. And so we need to put out better vibrations for what we're trying to create. More letting go, more releasing. This is the I said equinox, solstice. Same thing, right? Yeah. This is the solstice, and it's very important that we're gonna enter a rebirth right now. And you can really look at when I'm laying in bed in this hostel and we're doing our falling asleep thing. The wind was like ripping around. I felt like I was in a literal womb. I felt like I was in a literal womb with the energy ripping around. It almost felt like that. And we are getting ready for a rebirth on every level that I doubt people can comprehend. We're getting back to the spiritual, the unseen. More letting go. This is the perfect time to do it. We're going to have a new year. Typical New Year's resolutions. I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to quit smoking. I'm going to the gym. Typical New Year's resolutions. Let's make some better ones. Let's make some resolutions to heal humanity, to uplift consciousness, right? To work on our energy, to manifest the things that we want, to take charge and control of our life. So many people have been trapped into the reality of thinking someone's coming to save them, they're going to do it for them, that you can find that knight on a white horse that'll come in and save your life. You guys know I manifested a knight. Yeah, I ditched the knight fast, right? I did manifest a literal knight. I was probably in the victim mentality, trying to manifest someone to save me from my lessons and to do my shit for me. I got the knight. It wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. I would aim higher.
Definitely.
The literal knight, right? Yeah. We can talk about the Templars later. The literal knight, right? Actual knighted person. Yeah, I think I'll stick to the person going and attacking the UK government over the knight any day, right?
Yeah.
I need the lighter again, bad. I'm a mess. We're a mess.
No, you've got one.
Yeah. For only sleeping an hour today and 2 hours last night, we're feeling amazing. So that tells you something. Because I had to sleep every night. I'm had to go to bed at like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
You know me,
I
yeah.
can't function without at least 8 hours.
So that tells you about the rocks and how recharged we are. We couldn't even take an hour nap.
No, we
We were-
tried.
She thought we were asleep like all day. I'm like, I checked my Facebook post. We've been asleep an hour, if that. I don't even think I fell asleep. Maybe 10 minutes, right? And she was up. We couldn't even we were gonna sleep all day. We couldn't even sleep.
No.
Hi, if you're getting your ass kicked, perfect. I'm here. Guess what? I'm gonna save your life right now with a chi ball. If you guys missed my rant, make sure that you guys are going and meditating, taking a salt bath, laying down, whatever you do. Relax, get in a relaxed position, and you can just ask your guides, your higher self, God, whoever you pray to. Just say a prayer. I would like to download that chi ball from Stonehenge. Thank you. That easy. So we're doing chi balls from Stonehenge today. It's really going to help your heart chakra. Tell them about when I Reiki'd you.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I'm trying to get her on feet.
Difficult to put into words, but one of the best experiences.
She said that
of
she got.
my life.
I was trying to focus on her and Dale's heart chakra to clear this relationship shit we all have.
It did.
I did a third eye one, and I was just intuitively doing what they needed. I attuned her. I did crown chakra activations on them, and you could tell. She said she felt like she was gonna cry, like it was like a release, right? That it almost made her cry when I did Reiki on her. And when I was doing it, I could feel the energy when I was sending any of them just vibrating through my whole body crazy. And it was lighting my scan up because I have really good built-in galactic scanning. So if someone has an issue with a chakra or something energetically wrong with them, I can really tell. That's why I'm always doing what people need. So I'm real intuitively tuned in, but it will do the opposite. If I send one of you guys a third eye activation, it will light up my third eye scan on myself too, because I'm getting activated every time I'm activating someone. Yeah. So when I was activating them several times, my third eye was like lit up crazy doing that when I put my head against the rocks, like on insane levels. I love it. I've been doing chakra healing on myself every night too. I had to step up my game and Reiki myself now.
Yeah.
We have to Reiki ourselves more. We're always sending out information, sending out energy to other people. And if we're always focused on everyone outside of ourselves, we're not giving ourselves enough energy a lot of the time. It's the problem with the Matrix. If everyone's focused on the news and everything around them,
distractions.
yeah, you're not putting your energy into your own life. So make sure you guys are sending yourself Reiki more. This is a good time to do energy work. If you guys got activated or an attunement, leave a nice comment on my Reiki wall. I want to hear about it. Like the attunement homework. Go leave something if you felt anything or you liked it or whatever. We want to hear about it. I try to make people write attunement posts so that everyone has different experiences with energy. Some people might not feel it at all. Some people might have some kind of profound spiritual crazy experience with it. You know, it varies. So I try to get people to write about their attunement experiences so you guys can see what each other's experiencing. But it also is going to make you connect better with these groups. If you go leave a post on the wall, you're going to connect with the people around you. And it's been my mission to draw together our soul group on every level. You guys are finding you can vibe in these areas really easy.
Yeah.
Maybe come here when you have a crisis, hopefully, or you need healing, or you have something going on in your life, because I know that I can't open up to a lot of the people around me about the kind of spiritual shit I'm going through, because I don't think they would get it. And so we're in good spaces with people that really get the spiritual. Yeah.
No judgment.
No judgment. I'm not in a place to judge people, I say. I think the UK government has balls to want to judge me and my husband, but hey. I'm like, these judges want to judge us. Really? Are you serious? They might want to detox and come back and try that.
Yeah.
Zero judgments. I see so many judgments in the Lightwork or the World group. I have serious issues with that group, if you know me. Well, you know, enough to create my own space after they told me to fuck off enough.
Yeah.
After the admins told me to fuck off and my friends enough.
Yeah, but
I see some of the stuff
further.
going on those walls though too. You know, the Lightworker or the World group. And people are so judgmental in a lot of those Lightworker spaces where I saw this post like, I think that everyone who has ever done drugs or talks about suicide is a selfish asshole, like on their wall. And I'm like, is this person kidding? Because half of the starseeds and light workers ended up on drugs. Let me break it down for you. We're the Ritalin generation, most of us in this group, right? If you look at what happened with consciousness and how things evolved and changed, a lot of the indigos got labeled in the psychiatric systems with their bullshit labels like ADHD, bipolar, or whatever it was, right? And so we literally are, my generation is described as the indigos that are the Ritalin generation. So I'm like, a lot of light workers and healers choose these paths to level up higher. There's no faster way to conquer your own darkness than to go down an addictive hole, right? You'll find that a lot of the healers have been not just on illegal drugs, but prescribed medications of some kind that they were convinced they were broken, there's something wrong with them, they're sick, it's them, not the world. I love it. I'm done with the fucking religions too. People are calling me pagan and I'm okay with it because like on my Facebook page, because I just said, what's pagan? Anything that's not Christian.
Yep.
Think the Crusades around here. Those mounds are bodies in all these areas. The mounds, right? They're like, oh, the mounds. Yep. I was one of those kids too. So, no judgments. People don't even realize it's so much part of the light worker path to go through these hard experiences and hard lessons. It's crazy.
It is part of the process.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have to go through this shit.
If we get, like, religion is the biggest control system, and I'm so ready for Christmas because everyone's going to be like, oh, Jesus this, and I'm going to be like, you know that religion came from what I was doing at Stonehenge, the shit you were talking, the stuff you were talking shit about, right?
Before they had social media. Now it's media and TV and radio and magazines. Back then it was religion.
Yep. So that was how they controlled people. People had a fear of God. God is the vengeful God that will, if you sin, come fucking wreck your life and kill you and whatever they did. They made such a fear of God to distort it, and it's just so crazy. You know, I try to stay away from the word God for that reason. I think that they have their own gods and they might not be the God that I'm into. Some of these religions might have their own gods and they might not be aware of, you know, the things behind the religions. Hi, Iris. I told you that you couldn't come if you were sick because it could make you a lot sicker if you're not at a good frequency for these rocks. I told you guys, okay, good. I told you last time that I threw up at the hostel, that I got sick with the energies that was around that made me sick. And Sherry was feeling nauseous. We only walked like 2 miles to the rocks today though, too, right? We did the walk. Not on purpose.
No, but
not intentionally.
Walking there up to them.
Yeah, it was actually awesome. It felt like we were in a dream. It feels like we're in a dream state because it's such a high frequency here that I can tell it's our future and where we're headed. When I see everyone partying and getting along in love and light at those rocks, and it's as close as I always joke about. I want to go to the fairy realms now, and I say that you could go into one of these realms and you would disappear. Like you could spend 10 minutes there and it could be 100 years in Earth time and when you come back. And that's as close as you can get to a Fey realm right there. And Dale was reminding me, these are realms, right? They're different realms here.
Yeah.
Because we all just think it's like the same consciousness experience, but it really isn't. Your vibration will determine where you can enter, right? Where you can enter. So when I see that, I'm telling them that's our future. That's the new Earth right there. Everyone vibing, getting along, positive, right? Love and light. It's everything we're about. But this place is kind of a glimpse of where we're headed in our everyday lives because it feels like we're dreaming the whole time. That it feels, your energy feels so different. Like you can see I'm vibrating, shaking here, like shaky. And so it feels like you're so much lighter. So when we're driving through these, I know the weed, right? So we're driving through these places crazy. And it feels like you're so light, like it feels like I'm just hanging out in a dream experience with Sherry, which we do often, believe it or not. Our admins just hang out and chill in the astral and do stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so it just feels like that. And I know that, you know, when I go home, it'll feel like a dream memory too when I'm looking back on it. Because I said I didn't remember even the train ride here last time, or a lot of the stuff I didn't remember. So that's where our future is headed, where this place will be indistinguishable from reality in our dream state. Like how when you're in the dream world, you're usually feeling real light and running around and just like floating around pretty much. It's gonna be more like that. I'm done with religion. I'm done with the government too. I'm done with it, right? Yeah, we all went through hell on earth. These are heaven and hell are states of consciousness. A lot of people aren't realizing I was telling Sherry, my goal is to be seeing more divinity in my everyday life. A lot of people want to create this global change, and I think the goal is for us to be content and happy with how things are right now. I want to be more blissful and content in the life I already have and where I already am. That's something that we have to attain before we can talk about shifting the entire planet and these big goals that we have as light workers. So it's crazy, right? We need to learn to see the divinity in people too. If you're seeing people as negative or draining, or draining for you to be around, negative, having entity problems, let go of these people now. And I don't care that they're your families and your friends and your partners. Let go of them now. These are things that are changing your thinking and your perception, and it's very dangerous to you. It's just time to let go. We need to learn how to see the divinity in everyone. And trust me, I see the flaws around here too, but we need to learn how to see everyone as perfect as is. Yeah.
That I had to get rid of everybody old before my now soul group could come into my reality.
Yeah, we're trying to find our soulmates, our consciousness group, oneness, right? Spiritual unity. And so we had to let go of the old in order to create something new around here. And everyone's waiting to get beamed off world, the pole shift, and it's not going to happen like that. We have to do this on an individual level first. So more letting go of the people that you're not seeing as love and light.
Yeah.
Right? More letting go of those people. The problem is we're healers, so we think we can fix them, right?
Well, we want to though, don't we?
If I could just give my toxic mother some vitamins and get her into Reiki and into the shit I'm into, she would be, amazing and heal. We always see the potential in people and that we think that we can heal them, but we need to have discernment. When you're too close to a situation, you can't heal anyone. I can't heal my husband when he's sick. I'm going to go find Holly, right? Because I'm too close to the situation. So we need discernment with that if you're wrapped up in a situation with family members, with partners, you're not going to be able to heal them. You're too close to the scenario.
Yeah.
You can't be a lover and a healer. It doesn't work. That's our problem, right? We always want to fix everyone and change them. We need to learn how to see people as maybe they'll never change. Maybe they'll never change, and this is how they are.
Sometimes it's not.
And if that's your reality,
to fix everybody we meet that's broken.
Yeah, and if that's your reality, oh my God, if this person's never gonna wake up and change, then time to ditch the dead weight.
Vibe up or vibe out.
And it's hard, but we have to do a lot of this journey on our own too. We know that.
Yeah.
We really do. So the universe is always pushing you to get back to yourself and to be by yourself. And so we're continually, adding and shedding people and things like that. Yeah, they won't let go. Toxic people never let go. That's a sign they're latched onto your energy too.
Yep.
Then when people won't go. We were talking about a friend we had like that. There was no polite way for me to just say I don't want to be friends with you anymore and unfriend them. They had to fucking retaliate and write Facebook posts about me all over and lies all over Facebook and act psycho and cause drama and try to drag people into it. That is a sign that you don't want these people in your life if you can't get rid of them, right? That they don't respect your space. If you can't just be like, I need a break from you, I don't want you in my life. They have no respect of boundaries for you, and they're probably latched onto your energy. That's what we don't realize. We were born into these karmic situations, and guess what? Our parents latched onto our energy from day one. They didn't have the same light we had, the same frequencies that we were getting drained from day one from our families.
True.
We probably didn't notice it though. You don't notice it when you're born into that situation, and it's just everyday reality for you. So it's time to let go of a lot of these situations, and I get it's your family members and things like that.
You become programmed that's normal because that's what you grew up with, but it don't
do you want to
mean
be
it's
on
right.
your family's timeline? That's the question. I let go of my family, and look where I am in the UK. Look how much further I went, right? I let go of my family, and it's not like they did anything wrong. I just don't vibe with them. They're kind of judgmental, whatever, nothing. I just stopped talking to them. And they just don't message me. And I just kind of stopped talking to them. And look where I am. I'm off of their timeline. I started out on my family's timeline in this matrix. And look where I am now. I was able to jump timelines a lot higher. So I don't want that. When I went through that with that friend, I was like, that's why I don't want to be this person's friend. It just confirmed everything. If I ever had any doubts in seeing the psycho behavior, oh my God. Okay, I know it's good. So try to let go more of toxic people. You'll really go a lot farther. This is about landing on your highest timelines, right? We're always making these jumps and shifts, not just with the solstice, with every space storm that we have. We're given the option of where we want to land, where we want to end up. More letting go of the old. Do an assessment of your life. What's working? Perfect. Keep that. If it's your job, your marriage, whatever you like, whatever's lighting you up, keep that and ditch the rest right now.
Yep, definitely.
We're going to have our little rebirth, and you know what? Spring and summer are a time of rapid manifestation, like crazy. So more clearing space. If you don't like your situation, try to let go of it. I know a lot of people will give me excuses why they can't. If you're in a fucked up situation and you feel you can't, well then work on healing yourself fast. Work on at least healing yourself where you're at. Sometimes those are our cocoon phases when we're in these shitty relationships and things like that, so that we can heal, so we can get where we need to be energetically to get out of there. Listen, these kids, more space kids too, right? This is the new word, space kids running and climbing all over the rocks. There was this baby that was under 2 years old and was like laughing and playing with these rocks, and you could tell that, you know, could see all the spirits and ancestors around them on every level. They were like so happy, these space kids playing with these rocks. It was crazy. Your 13-year-old son, I would just start putting a ton of turmeric in his food. Turmeric powder. Just start cooking with it and everything. Indian food. Turmeric powder. It's hard to reprogram your kids too. That once, you know, we're just waking up. So if you guys have an older kid like that, sorry, you guys were unconsciously parenting. And so it's hard to reprogram kids when they're used to garbage food, garbage TV. They're going to school, they're getting indoctrinated there. You know, they've had medals, they're breathing the air and all the stuff going on that we're going through. But these kids have it on a different level than we ever had, right? I didn't grow up in this world. I didn't grow up in this reality, how it is now. On new levels, if you have kids, more detoxing, better boundaries with your kids. Too. Sometimes you didn't have boundaries with your kids, so then they become a nightmare when they're 13 years old and you had no boundaries with them ever, and they're doing what they want and telling you to F off or whatever it is, right? I was one of those kids too. That kid's an indigo though. So if you try to control an indigo, it will go bad. Control dramas, no. They're system busters. They'll bust you up your system, which isn't good. That's usually your house and your job and everything you're trying to build. It's never good to have a system buster kid in your house, I found. So with indigos, I would give them the illusion of choice, I say. The illusion of choice. I'd say this to Vanessa's kid. She won't go to bed. She's like 5. She's telling her mom what to do. My favorite kid, right? My favorite kid to work with. Try to getting that kid to do something. I tried in Cali. Just trust me on this. Try getting her to do something she doesn't want to. So give the kid illusion of choice. I would tell Vanessa, well, tell the kid, does she want to go to bed at 8 o'clock, or would she like the option of going to bed at 9? When you were going to send her to bed at 9 anyway.
Yeah.
Give them the illusion of choice. Would you like to do this or this? Let them pick. Give them choices. They don't want to be forced into anything, these kids, and they're worse than us. This is the next generation that we're guardians of. And they picked, you know, spiritual parents for a reason. Like on every level. Trust me, the sleepers get different kids. Indigos, we don't want to be control drama, especially by parents. Parents that are less evolved than us. That's how that your kid sees you. Right?
Yep.
That's how they see you. Think about your parents. These are my parents and they want to tell me what to do. I can just create something better. They want to tell me how to live life. Look at their life. That's probably how your kids look at you too. Because we forget that kids are always more evolved souls than us. Look at your kids like that's your future self, by the way. That kid, that's your future self. You notice kids look a lot like you, right? People just think it's because we're related. Yeah, okay, soul patterns, right? A lot of times when you're parenting, those are your future aspects right there. Like, swear to God that we usually incarnate into the same bloodlines. We have a lot of familiar patterns. So you always want your kid to have a better life. Try to act like you're not giving them any rules. With the illusion of making some. It's complicated, right?
Yeah.
You got to try to give them freedom and act like they're the boss, but they're not. Try to give them more choices. Do you want to be grounded or do your homework? Is not a good one. Do you want to be grounded or do your homework? I was like, I would get grounded as a kid. Like, you're not allowed to leave the house. So I'm grounded. Okay, my family's at work, so I would just leave on a Friday afternoon. I'm grounded anyway. Come back Monday, turn my phone off, and stay out all weekend, right? I'm grounded anyway. What are you gonna do? Ground me again? I'm grounded for life. What do I care?
What are you gonna do? Yeah.
I'm grounded for life. What do I care at this point? You think I care, and I'm gonna do what I want. So sometimes when you're too harsh on these kids and you're trying to give them punishments, it's like the worst thing to do. Like I remember a family member trying to make me sit down at the table and do my homework for an hour every day, and I would sit there and fucking do nothing, and then had to go do my homework, and it would take up my whole day, and I'd be so pissed off about it. Trying to control me and tell me what to do, when to do it.
Yeah.
The worst thing to do with Indigo, they will rebel.
Oh, that explains a lot of my teenage behaviour.
Explains a lot of our teenage behavior. Yeah, they will rebel. Remember how you were as a teenager. Remember how us indigos were. I'm convinced that after a certain year that it was mostly indigo souls on this planet, especially in the time range that we were born and the older people than us. Yeah. These kids are sensitive. A lot of times you think they're indigos and they're rainbows. You might think they're an indigo and they're a rainbow, but they're very sensitive too. Like, very sensitive to everything. They'll feel your vibration. They'll read your thoughts. They'll be able to tell what you're thinking, right? They have spiritual abilities and they're real tuned into everything around them. And they're very sensitive too, though. So you could just ground your kid or yell at them and they're going to take it real, like, fucking heart chakra pain, end of the world. They're dying. They may as well die. Their whole life's over just because you yell at your kid or something, right? Level 500. So they're very sensitive too. I'm reading the comments. We're going to go hiking the rocks when she's done with her hella weed. We're doing hella weed right here. We're going to go break and enter. We need to be...
We just smoked.
We just smoked like 10 joints in a row. We need to be hella high to break and enter into the Queen's property. You need to be hella high just in case you get caught. I'm going to use my line that I'm from California and a tourist and I had no idea if we get caught.
And I'm just not going to say anything now.
I'm I play stupid. I play Matrix stupid.
Free will violation.
I told Dale and Sherry that I should deal with the rock cops. That I should deal with any cop issues around here if you know me. I will handle the police with my mind control powers. I will use my abilities.
I'd only been there.
They'll forget. I can only make people forget what they're doing. So if you have a conversation with me, you'll probably forget what you're doing in your life and get distracted, like real crazy with my energy. So at the least, I can just distract them so they forget why they're bitching at us in the first place, right? All right, I'm reading these things. Yes. Now, you're going to have to change your thinking. This is what we're working on when I come back. Changing your thinking. Her kid is low vibe and affecting her ascension. He probably is, but you need to change your perception and think that that kid's at a higher frequency than you.
Yep.
That kid's vibrating way higher than you. And that, if anything, these kids are sent to assist our ascension. They're already, if you look at these kids' auras, they're already where we're trying to attain as indigos, right? They're already at this attainment, these fifth dimensional frequencies. So it can feel like that. Yeah, for sure. He's probably low vibe around you.
I'm sure my dad said
he probably feels the vibe. So try to see the good qualities in your kid, because if you're seeing the bad qualities in him, it'll bring them out.
Yep.
So if you want to see your kid as a nightmare, out of control, not listening to you, it'll just amplify that, right? It'll just bring it out more and more. Try to stop how you're thinking real fast. It's a good time to do that and just see this kid as divine. They're confused. They're lost. They're asleep. They're asleep. They're going through the process we went through to wake up. You need to understand that
see
too.
Love essence in everyone.
Yes, try to see the love and the light and the good things that he's doing. I don't care if he skateboards or is into art or whatever he's good at. Try to see the good qualities and it will bring those out, right? We have a lot of effect on our reality. So it might be true I feel drained in some situations that I'm going through in my life here, but I'm going to change my perception about it, and then I'm going to find that I'm not getting drained. A lot of the draining is coming from our thoughts, right? I'm probably draining myself thinking that. So start to see him as uplifting you, amazing, whatever his good qualities are, and real fast it'll change your energy completely. So we're draining ourselves with our thoughts about everyone being draining around us.
Yeah, having
empath issues, right? Everyone's draining. The Matrix is draining me. So if I think that and I go into the mall, it's going to drain me 100 times more than if I'm thinking I'm getting a recharge from this place. I'm getting charged up. I'm feeling real amazing. So that's things I've been working on in my life here too. Yeah, those kids are probably a million times higher frequencies than us. Think about you doing your whole life here, dying, and coming back a million lives later to be that kid. So, they're at a higher soul level than us too. They do not like They do not like us telling them what to do ever. Part of the problem. Part of a lot of my teenage problems too. So it's hard to navigate conscious parenting, right? Especially with kids that are not quite awake. We're all born awake, but we get put to sleep. And there's no way they're going through these systems and not getting put to sleep on some level, because they're getting indoctrinated into the material, into 3D, into the physical, into everything around them. So they're getting affected too. More love, more breaks from your kid. Get him a hobby. Some kind of hobby he wanted and you said no to, get him some kind of new hobby to keep him excited. Maybe it was the skateboard he wanted or something you didn't want to give him. Get him something he loves or wanted, or, you know,
he's passionate about.
Just something he's passionate about to distract him. I don't care if it's coloring pencils, something creative that he can get into as a hobby. He needs a new hobby. You know what my family did to me? They made us go to like every fucking extracurricular activity, because my sister was convinced that we wouldn't be on drugs like everyone else around here if you keep your kids real busy. They get bored. Space kids get bored. They're bored here. They're bored in school. They know it's bullshit they're learning and just learning how to regurgitate back.
Yeah.
They're very bored here. So you got to try to keep them entertained too. Kids are a nightmare when they're bored. They'll just like, you know, toy with you for fun, harass you, whatever they do, right?
Yeah.
Just for a game, just to irritate you, whatever.
Just for attention,
yeah, give them a
sometimes.
hobby. I had to do like all these stupid activities and sports that I wasn't even into, and my family tried to keep me real busy. It didn't work, but that's really good for space kids because they get so bored fast with this reality. So they always need to have new experiences. Get him a fucking guitar.
Yeah.
Get him an instrument. Get him something he would be into. Tell him to learn guitar. Get him a musical instrument. So these kids don't want to be told what to do ever. It doesn't matter what kind of soul your kid is. They don't want to be told ever to by you what to do, like on every level. They know, you know, they're like looking at your energy, like, are you kidding me? I'm an ascended master. Right? They're an ascended master, but they don't remember. But they know their position, and so when we're telling them what to do, as newly awakened indigos, they're looking at us like we're high.
Yeah.
They really are. On a soul level. Yeah, get him something connect to the arts, some kind of toys. I say the guitar. Music's actually a good thing to get people into. I grew up very creative, and I'm real into music, so it fits perfect where I ended up, because I'm real into music and getting creative, you know, making videos, making music, whatever it is. I'm real into like instruments. Get them a guitar, something to do. They have YouTube videos on how to play it. Tell them. Give them a guitar and tell them to learn how to play off of YouTube. Get them into something creative, because right now if you're sitting around bored, you're going to create a negative energy.
Yep.
And if you're flowing and playing the guitar or doing something creative, it's going to reverse that energy flow and create a real creative kind of energy flow in your house too. So I say more musical instruments. I'm going to get off of here anyway. I just wanted to send some crazy vibes, right? And yeah, then I just saw someone comment, my favorite tactic for dealing with bad space kids is to talk to real fast, and I do it real like level 500, that I want to have a chat with their higher self and guides right now. All you got to do is talk out loud. They will hear you. And I had out of control space kids that were heavily indoctrinated, and they were not with switching foods and getting rid of the garbage TV and the things I was trying to, you know, get them into.
Oh, mainstream
Yeah.
kids TV. Get
But
rid
they
of
were
that
also
straight
trying
away.
to system bust my mission and destroy it. Right? So real fast, I did something real serious, mad, and called on that kid's higher self and guides, and I was like, listen, you guys need to be acting as a better internal compass for this kid. I don't have time to be guiding them. You don't have time to be guiding your kid. They have guides and angels and a galactic team that is supposed to be guiding them, right, and leading them along. So what you can do is you can talk to their higher self and be like, listen, you need to be acting as better guides to my kid, because this is clearly a problem for what I'm trying to do in my life. And it was like the next day I got a different kid back.
Yeah.
It was like parallel universe kid. I'm not even joking. Like, this kid was like completely fucking complying with me, from non-compliance to complying with me, and it worked crazy. So make sure that you are talking to your kids' guides. It's another good idea to ask your kids' guides and teams, because they have better ones than us. You know, they're the future of humanity. They might have hard missions ahead of them later, and they have very, very crazy, powerful energy behind them that they came with, and because of free will, their angels, even though you're living in the same house, cannot help you. Their guides can't interfere with your path. So always ask to make sure it's okay to work with your kids' guides and their galactic teams. Like, ask, like, hi, I would like your guides to be working with me too and helping me, because these kids are much better manifestors, believe it or not. They came with better manifesting abilities. So if you have your kids' guides and teams working with you, they will really help you on your path too, like a lot more. I did that with Vanessa's kids. The second I met her kid, I'm like, I noticed her team looked a lot better than mine. And so I asked, can you guys assist us with our mission and what we're trying to do? I needed the kids' guides to help us. Those kids were assisting us more than they would know ever, right? Just with their teams helping us. And it was powerful to come together like that. So make sure you're asking your kids' teams and guides to work with you too. They're angels. I'm real into space kids. Expert level relationship space kids, right?
Yeah.
I love working with those kids though. So understand the process we went through too, and they're going through that too. They're listening, they're following their sleep friends at school. They're trying to be cool like the 3D sleep people at school, right? They're trying to, we can't hit this too. I'm stealing it and getting off. Listen.
Sorry.
Oh no, I already smoked your other one.
I forgot to pass it over.
No, these kids though, they are getting bored here. They're getting indoctrinated. They're trying to be like the cool kid at school. They want to wear sneakers like everyone else. They want to dress like everyone else. They want to everyone else. That's Matrix mentality, following the herd, right? So they're getting indoctrinated and enslaved more than us because they're growing up in a much more material world. They really are. Oh, I'm sending crazy love. I love it. We're about to go break and enter on the Queen's property. I'm getting off of here. I gotta get ready. We're going on a serious mission. I don't know because my Wi-Fi wasn't working and it's dark out, but we're gonna try to, you know, maybe take a picture, but it's pitch black. Let's get real. That's why we're in the car. It's pitch black.
Absolutely pitch black.
Binaural beats for your kids, yes. You guys are like reading my mind with what to do too and reminding me. When I was in California, I would put on 528 hertz frequency binaural beats for these kids. I would notice it would instantly chill them out and zen them out. Start playing 528 hertz binaural beats in your house around your kids. It just will like zen you out. When I do my feeds, you guys know I put on that music and it's all trancey. And I instantly am like zenned out, hopefully. Hopefully. I told her I have Aries ascending. It's just, you know, it's kind of crazy. I'm not like Brittany who gets along with everyone and everyone just loves Brittany. I don't know. She doesn't have one hater on the list. No. Everyone loves Brittany, okay? I hope she's on here.
Because she's beautiful.
I thought we're beautiful too. She doesn't get Anon hacked. She doesn't get people attacking her groups and put her on the troll wall that she pissed off like me, right? I'm real quick to tell people to F off around here. She's much more diplomatic. So, you know, it depends on your kids' astrology too. If you want to further chat, you know where to find me too. I'm real interested in this stuff. You might want to look at your kids' natal chart to understand them. First time I meet someone, I come to the UK, perfect. I meet my husband. I'd like your blood type, your numerology, and your astrology chart, please. He knew his blood type too. He's a keeper. He's a keeper. Most people don't know their blood type.
No, I don't know, man.
See? Military. So you might want to look at your kid's natal chart. Every sign's different to deal with, right? Definitely so different to deal with. You can't just look at your sun chart, sun sign either, or you'd be real confused by mine if you were going by that, right? Yep. I should be all graceful and calm, right? All that Taurus, I should be all beauty and serene, but we know I have some other stars in there. Right? So, you know, that's like my husband, that I'm real into telling what relationships are by astrology, that you can look at whoever you're with or your friends, and you can tell if they're karmic or soulmate experiences or what kind of relationship they are by astrology. So if you looked at me and my husband's astrology, it would be awful for each other. When I first met him, I said, no, I tried everything. No, this isn't going to work out. We're not good astrology, right? Because he's an Aquarius and I'm a Taurus. But if you look at our chart, that I have an air moon, and every one of our whole chart is like beyond compatible. Like our stars were made for each other, real crazy. So make sure that you're pulling your kids' chart too and seeing what they're a mix of, so you know how to better deal with them. The problem with children is you get opposite signs. karmic. Sorry, families are karmic. So you get a lot of opposite signs, fire and water, reverse elements, completely different than who you are, your kid. Completely different how they operate. And that's how we learn with the different elements, right? So make sure you're looking up your kid's astrology too to get a better understanding too. He's probably a fairy. Fairies are just bad.
Elf.
Mischievous, yeah, elf, fairy. He could be an elemental. I think our whole group has a real powerful elemental connection.
Definitely.
Definitely. Look at the ears around our movements. Come on. I'm looking at the ears at Stonehenge. Straight fairy ears on the kids.
Everywhere.
These kids had straight fairy ears, like over the top. Like seriously. Fairies can be mischievous, right? System busters. They get
Definitely.
bored. The kid was hit our car keys. We had to rekey the car, remember?
Yep.
They want to play games that they think are funny and we think are horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could be a fairy
And
too.
that's what entertains them. That's what gives them a...
It entertains them to play with our lives. Yes, these children. Yes, we're talking about children, space children too. So, trouble. Look at your whole charts, like I said, but you should know though, like, right, Aquarius and Capricorn. How's that? She's Capricorn.
Yeah.
How's that for you? Not good. You and
Well,
Pete?
I've
You,
got-
her and Pete didn't vibe. He's
no,
Aquarius.
Yeah, no, Capricorn. I don't get Aquarius at all.
They're too cold for her.
Yeah. And I've got a Taurus moon as well.
They're too cold for it. The Aquarius is a very detached sign.
Yeah. Whereas
They're here to
Taurus are
learn
very
emotion.
emotional, aren't they?
They're here to learn emotion.
And I'm more Taurus moon than I am Capricorn.
I'm
so-
level 500, will scream in restaurants in the UK, and I don't care who's looking at me. And they're horrified by me here because they're so repressed emotionally that they're not used to that over-the-top emotional experience that comes with me because I'm very tuned into the emotional. Like, I have Scorpio in my chart too. I'm just very tuned into the emotional aspects of people. I'm very empathic, whatever. They're not used to that here. So my husband's the polar opposite where he has to learn how to connect and he needs to learn emotion and the things that I already have achieved, right? And I'm trying to learn from him other things that he has that I
Already
haven't.
achieved,
So
yeah.
we always come together with a partner that has the lessons that we need. On whatever level, it doesn't matter if it was an awful relationship, the best one ever. Love is how we get led around through our lessons in this matrix. So we're always trying to balance, you know what, these different aspects. That's why you come together with opposites. Those are karmic experiences though. And that hopefully we kind of progress past that mirror and need to balance on every level and get out of that. Aries, good, you're a warrior. Warrior. I should do more astrology feeds because I'm real into them. When I come back this week, if you guys remind me, I can do a breakdown of each sign, how to deal with them, how they love, right? I don't know. I came to this life with a lot of astrological information that even when I was asleep, I was saying that my friends were out partying and I was like in my house studying the astrology because I already had such an understanding of the energies, the cycles, things like the stars, astronomy, astrology. I came here with a lot of that information that I already had even asleep. I could tell these things, that I could tell the difference between soulmates and karmic experiences and a lot of this stuff with astrology. So if you guys remind me, we can do a fun astrology feed this week because I'm going to have a real chill week. I'm going to get off of here. We're going to go break and enter into the Queen's property with no fucking fear. Those are our rocks. I think our consciousness group at least died in those areas at the least, if not made them.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. This should go fun. It's pitch black too. It's like the Blair Witch movie out here.
Turn the light off the
Yeah, do it.
Dark it is.
Yeah, we're getting off of here. So it's like the Blair Witch Project.
Please stop saying that.
We might get another cop video of a cop assault here. We might get a cop assault going on too, right? I will have my camera rolling if we
I'd
get
rather-
jacked up by the UK police again. I can't wait.
Face to face with a copper than the Blair Witch.
I don't know if they have UK cops on here. I think I should start submitting some of my film work to the UK cop channel if they have a UK version of the American Cop Show over here. Like, swear to God, I might want to start submitting my footage. So, I got rock police harassing us. Who knows? We just have this weird stuff in the UK people aren't even aware of. You guys think you have government issues there. We get harassed by rock police. There was at least 50 of them. There was at least 50 that descended on the rocks like a SWAT team.
Yep.
Like a SWAT team when they closed. It was like an American
They
SWAT
even
team.
stopped some people leaning
They
on
were
the
screaming
rocks.
at us too. I was like, you know what? We're leaving. You don't have to yell at us. You don't have to scream at us. Screaming. Get the fuck out of the rocks, but in a
Yeah.
politer way. All right. I'm going to go. I'm sending crazy love. We don't need protection. We love these collisions. We're trying to wake the cops up around here. In France, the cops said they were quitting their jobs if the government didn't pay them more and give them the shit they want too. They should see problems with their jobs too.
Yeah.
They should hate their prison planet jobs too and have issues with what they're doing and everything. So hopefully these cops will wake up. Oh yeah, they put a highway, real quick. They put a highway through Stonehenge. They already did it. I thought they were joking that they were gonna put a highway through it. I'm looking like, this is different than the last time I went. I only went 3 months ago. There was a highway through the rocks, like where the side of the rocks are. And we drove by it again. We were driving by the rocks to come here. And we're thinking it might activate all those people driving by the rocks when they're driving through with that energy. It might be a good idea to do that highway, right? Is it the cops?
No, I think I've found where we're going.
Yeah, we're going. All right, we're going. Love and light.